You're listening to the Tao of Indifference, sex, dating, and relationship advice for an indifferent world. For more advice and tips, check out taoofindifference.com or follow us on Twitter at indifferent_D.
Hello, listeners, and welcome to the Tao of Indifference. I'm using the T this time. I am your host, Demetrius. I'm joined by my co-host, Delaney. Delaney, say hi to the folks.
Hello.
Hello, New Brunswick. Alright, today's topic is, are you just a hookup? I'm going to give you 5 ways to tell, but first, we're going to answer some questions from the Dating Advice subreddit, and without further ado, unless you have anything to do, then we'll start answering questions. Number 1, how to keep it casual, from user Snappin20. He's actually 21 now, so this must be an old name. I'm 21 and I keep finding myself in situations where I start seeing a guy, never mind, it's a girl, and after the first 3 or 4 dates, I kind of fast forward and get way too caught up in it. Even though I know that it's nothing serious and we're getting to know each other, I play out the whole future in my head. I never say anything to the guy about it, but it's become a very unhealthy cycle for me, and when it doesn't work out, I get really down on myself about it, even when I agree that we shouldn't see each other. Does anyone have advice for me about how to keep it casual and not take it too seriously before it is actually serious? I think we have advice for her. Do we have advice for her?
Yeah.
Great, perfect.
Yeah, we have some advice.
Snappin20, we got you covered. Alright. Advice for how to keep it casual. I'll start, because I've been way more casual things than you. Not that I'm bragging.
Okay.
That didn't sound braggy. So, how to keep it casual. Oh man, I'm going to come up with these off the top of my head. First thing you do is minimize the amount of contact that you have with this person.
Yes.
Unless you're hanging out, you shouldn't be texting them all day, you shouldn't be calling them, you shouldn't be emailing them all day. You should minimize how often you speak to them when you're not speaking in person. Number 2 is slow down how much you hang out with them. When you first meet someone and you just start hooking up, of course you want to have sex all the time if the sex is really good. But that also means that you're spending a lot of your week with them. I spend about 40% of my week, give or take, with my girlfriend, and that's my girlfriend. If I was casually dating someone, I'd maybe see them 1 day a week. You also want to, and I know this sounds really weird, you want to cut down on the dates that are relationship dates, coffee dates, let's get breakfast together.
Yeah.
Those sorts of things. Cut that out. Hang out with them, make out, have all your dates be fun, sexy, light dates. Don't go shopping with them. Things you would do in a relationship, don't do with them.
Yeah.
And finally, keep your options open. If you are the type of person who escalates and gets really interested in someone, it might be a good idea to also be talking to other people, because that will make you have to cut off your contact with them at a certain point because you're talking to other people. You can't text someone all day, every day, if you're texting 5 different guys. I'm not saying you need to have sex with 5 different guys, but keep your options open until one of them says, hey, I'd like to be in a relationship with you. So, there you have it. Delaney, do you have anything to add?
I was going to say also keep your conversations casual. Don't ask them about their family life and
Sure.
You know, I mean, unless that's casual for you, but don't ask them what what is the favorite part of Italy and what's the most romantic thing you think that's not something you should ask somebody.
Yeah.
Well, just keeping it casual.
I mean, I'd ask somebody about their Italy trip.
Oh.
But, what I wouldn't talk about would be their future.
Yeah.
Or our future. I would never bring up the future with them.
Yeah.
It would only be things
even with tomorrow. So what are you gonna do
exactly.
tomorrow?
I wouldn't take up anything unless I was saying, "Hey, do you want to hang out tomorrow?" I wouldn't even talk about what they're doing for the weekend. I wouldn't be that. I would minimize the amount of interest I showed them.
Yeah.
So normally with your friends or people you're interested in dating, you ask what they're doing tomorrow or what they're up to. Yeah. But with someone you're dating casually, it's, "Are we hanging out tomorrow?" No? Oh, okay, cool. Don't even ask them why.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter why. There you go. I like that one. That was actually a really good one. Thank you, Snappin20. I hope that you are not a burner name. Next question, number 2, is from Cybirds. And the question is, rules about sex while casually dating. Hi, I'm new to the casual dating world. What are some guidelines or rules you usually have regarding sex when it comes to casual dating? Examples, no sleepovers, always using condoms, no sex until you're exclusive, etc. You want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
Yeah. See? I got one. The next one's for you.
Okay.
I promise. So, sleepovers are fine. When I was casually dating, I always had sleepovers because I haven't had a roommate in like 10 years. So it just made sense if I was going to have sex for them to sleep over because I live about 30 minutes from the city, from downtown Manhattan. Sleepovers are fine, no big deal. The thing that you want to avoid is the breakfast date.
Yeah.
Yeah, breakfast date is like, that doesn't necessarily mean you're in a relationship, but it means that you're more than just a casual hookup.
Yeah.
You're sort of monogamously hooking up. Always use condoms. Always use protection. You should not be not using condoms unless this is your committed partner or you're married. No sex until you're exclusive. That's entirely up to you. Just know that even with condom usage, if you're a woman, let's just assume this is a woman. If you are a woman who has sex with a man who has sex with other people, even if you use condoms, you increase your chances of contracting a bacterial infection.
Yeah.
Also, if a guy's going down on you and he has HPV, chances are you're going to get it. And you increase your odds if he is sleeping with other people.
So here at Dow of Indifference, we promote safe sex.
I do. I always promote safe sex and consensual sex.
Yeah.
So that really is up to you. Just understand that even if a guy is using protection and he's having sex with other people, bacterial infections will most likely occur in your vagina. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, keep that in mind. Any other guidelines besides that? If it's casual, don't introduce them to your friends unless it's like a natural thing where we're all hanging out. But don't introduce them as your friends and don't treat them like your partner. That's not to say that you shouldn't treat them as a friend.
Yeah.
But don't introduce them to people unless it's a natural setting. Don't go out of your way to introduce them to someone.
Yeah.
Especially if that someone's like a best friend. If they happen to be at a bar and you're all there with your friends, you can introduce them and say hi. But don't have your friends try to get to know them as a serious person. Do you have anything to add to that?
No. I think you covered it all.
Yeah, just not that many casual things, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you're a committed guy.
Yeah.
How to get out of casual limbo. See, I got one for you. Alright, from user 115. 1115. That's it. That's all. Simplest Reddit username we've ever encountered.
1115.
No, 1115.
Oh, they have the...
It's literally 1115. Okay. Alright, I've been seeing a girl for a few weeks. We hang out, text, cuddle, make out pretty often. She doesn't know what she wants. How can I help her make up her mind? Delaney.
I'm gonna reference an author, Dale Carnegie on this one.
Oh, wow.
I would say, to how to make up her mind, you kind of have to show her the benefits of what it would be like dating you. Like, say, hooking up is nice, but I would love to do these things with you, and I'd feel more comfortable doing those things with you if you were my girlfriend. This is the kind of treatment you would receive from me if you were my girlfriend.
So clinical. I agree, but I would advise 1115 to not say it that way. But yeah,
but that. Not like that. I would say it like that.
These are the benefits of dating me. These are the financial benefits. No, I think that's a good idea. You have to sell her on it. You have to do a little bit of selling.
Yeah, sell yourself.
Yeah. No, I didn't even think
not on the corner, but sell yourself.
You're owning that question. That's all you. I'm not even going into that. I don't even know how to get out of casual dating them. I mean, I do, but I'm really good at keeping people there. I'm sorry, all the women that were in casual dating limbo with Dimitri. All right, so the topic for the day. Thank you for answering that question.
Thank you.
That was really good. The topic for the day is: are we hooking up? Are we dating? Are we fucking? Are we best friends? Are we something? You know that song?
Yeah. No.
It's Childish Gambino.
Oh.
Heartbeat. We're gonna play it at the end.
Okay.
No, we're
was like,
I kind of want to though. Yeah, the whole song is about like a casual thing where it's like she's got a boyfriend, he's got a girlfriend, they're hooking up. Anyway, 5 ways to tell if you are just hooking up. So, number 1, you've never been on a date.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you've never been on a date with somebody, but you're having sex with them, you're not dating.
Yeah.
That's step 1. But you can go on dates with hookups. So, that's why it's the number 1. You can go on dates with hookups. I've done it. But if you've never been on a date, you guys are not dating, period.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when people ask, like, who you dated in, like, college, like, no one dates in college.
Yeah.
Who has money to date in college? Number 2, you've never met their friends. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like a...
Yeah. There's more... My friend group has met 2 women ever. And only the 2 women, only one of my friend group has met the first one. And everyone else has met the second one, but like no one's met anyone else. And that was between that. So my one friend met the one girl in 2008, and then everyone else. And then like the next person was 2013.
Yeah.
2014. So yeah. So yeah, if you never met any of my friends, we probably weren't dating. I'm sorry, guys. Whoever you are listening. You never met their friends.
Yeah.
I will say that you gotta have both. Because I've met girls, like, their friends, but they would never meet my friends. So it helps to have all. But yeah, I've definitely dated people where they never met my friends, and that was sort of a point of contention, but I've met their friends.
Yeah.
And that's usually a bad sign. Number 4, when you ask them what you are, as in, are you dating, or are you just boning, they evade the question.
Yeah.
That is a classic stall tactic. That is something that I definitely did. And it really comes down to, they really just enjoy hooking up with you and they don't want anything serious, but they're probably too scared to just say that. Because they think that you want something serious. And 5, finally, you only talk or hang out during booty call hours. Booty call hours are 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. or 4. If your only communication happens then, and that's the only time you see them, you are not dating.
Yeah.
Factual. Have you ever had a hookup situation? I've had.
Yeah. Yeah. I've actually had the walk of shame.
You did a walk of shame?
I did a walk of shame.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How far away from home were you?
Very far.
Like
I met the lady. She was a lady. I met a lady at a lesbian bar, Henrietta Hudson, I believe. And
I like how this story's going.
And she lived in Astoria, Queens.
Mm.
And when I woke up, she was asleep.
When I woke up, you just skipped everything.
I mean, yeah.
No, you can skip it.
Yeah. When I woke up in her place, I snuck out. I carried my.
Did you ever hook up with her again?
No. I did not contact her again, and I was mad at my friend. I'm like, why'd you let me go to her house? I was like,
oh man,
yeah.
What was she?
She was like, I think, because she asked me how old do you think I am, and I was like,
that's always a bad sign.
I was like late 20s, early 30s, and she laughed. So
no, I was in my late 20s when you were born.
So yeah,
man, that's crazy. I did not hear that story. I love that story. I'm gonna Google this bar now.
Yeah.
So I've written about, I've definitely written about how I would put people into, weird casual dating limbo.
Yeah.
I can tell you, though, that one of my favorite, just hooking up stories is 3 years ago, I was casually hooking up with this girl. We did go on dates, because I got to the point where I was like, I don't want to just be in my house all the time.
Yeah.
But I was a big fan of the casual hookup. And we were casually hooking up, but we were going on dates. We were doing a lot of... She never met any of my friends, but I met some of her friends. But she never asked me sort of what we were going to be. I just assumed that she wanted to ask that eventually, just because that was my experience.
Yeah.
So finally I end things and I'm like, look, I don't want... I was like, I'm trying to be the one that's having a relationship defining talk. And I was like, look, I don't want this. I don't want you to feel let on, et cetera, et cetera. And she's like, yeah, I didn't want that. I just wanted a casual hookup. But thank you for telling me. I guess, I'll talk to you some other time. It was great. It was like the best ending to a casual fling I've ever had.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was very nice. She was very cool. There's a story, that's the same person who, you haven't seen it, but I wrote a story and it got posted to this website called Tales Escaped. It's about like weird hookup tales. And that's the girl who like fainted in the shower with me. And I thought she was gonna die. Wow. Yeah. That was fun.
Wow.
She was actually really cool. She was really cool about it. I had to like carry her out of the shower naked and she had roommates. Super awkward.
Were you in the shower with her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were like,
I thought you were like in the bathroom like.
No, we were hooking up.
Oh, okay.
And she like was like, faint.
Wow.
Yep. That was great. But it was a great way to end a casual hookup. We had the conversation. She had no interest in it, and because I had no interest in it either, we were just like, all right.
Yeah.
So yeah. If you are in a casual, if you realize after these 5, the point of that story was, if you realize after these 5 tips or steps or whatever you want to call them, that you're probably not dating and you thought you were, you should ask the person the same way that I didn't ask her. I more said I didn't want it, but you should ask them. Hey, What are we? And if they avoid your question, you need to get out quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't even owe them anything. You just say, all right, well, you didn't want to answer the question. I'm tired of waiting. Peace. Peace out. And with that said, Delaney, I'm going to say peace out. What about you?
I would like to join in on the peace.
All right, peace.
Peace.
Peace. Peace. It's like the end of Eric B. and Rakim.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's it. Good luck out there, guys. Bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Tao of Indifference podcast. If you liked this episode and want more sex, dating, and relationship advice, subscribe to the Tao of Indifference on iTunes or Stitcher. Follow us on Twitter at indifferent_D and check out the blog at taoofindifference.com for more sex, dating, and relationship advice. Thank you for listening and good luck out there.